Hi everyone. A Black Series. A Black Series Mercedes is a wild thing, lighter, faster and harder as the standard recipe goes, but somehow very much its own car. No one else builds anything quite like a Black Series. It's taken AMG a while to build up to this. The first AMG GT arrived back in 2015, it was followed by a faster, better controlled GTC, then an even faster and much better controlled GT R. Now AMG has added another 160 bhp to the mix, and the only rival they speak about is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. There's much more to the Black Series than the extra power. Still a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, but now so fundamentally updated that it uses a flat-plane crankshaft instead of a crossplane. Traditionally, flat planes don't sound as good as crossplanes, but they are more efficient and potent. Engineers talk about more uniform pressure in the intake and exhaust tracks, making it easier to boost power. Whipping through the rest of it, same 7-speed twin-clutch transaxle gearbox, but with shorter ratios, carbon fiber bonnet, roof and boot, thinner glass front and rear, ball joint bearings for the rear wishbones, preload adjustable coil-over suspension with a 10mm ride height drop, adjustable torsion bars front and rear, additional underbody strengthening, soft compound Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires and manually adjustable aerodynamics. Yes, manually adjustable. At the front you have to pull out the carbon splitter, it extends about 80mm, which has a huge effect on speeding up air underneath the car, increasing downforce, while at the back, both upper and lower wings have 3 different positions. Maximum downforce is 400 kg at 155 miles per hour, or 800 kg at Vmax, 202 miles per hour. The upper wing also has an electronically controlled flip-up center section to maximize stability under heavy braking. Overall, it's 1,520 kilograms, some 50 kilograms heavier than the GT2 RS, meaning it's only 35 kilograms lighter than the GT R. Favorite bit of weight saving? Undoubtedly the world's first carbon fiber transmission mount, half the weight of aluminium and made from a single strand of carbon wound around a series of aluminium posts up to 40 times. You have to see it to believe its fibrous structure. What is it like on the road? The 2021 Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series more focused, more track-ready. Start to pick it apart, the aero complexity, the cooling, the bespoke componentry, the hidden world beneath the outer intimidation, and it's clear Mercedes is out to prove that anything Porsche can do, they can do more. None of which is telling you what it's like to drive, but hopefully is giving you some context. Which can be condensed into one takeaway: see that rear wing. It's not there for show. It's hard to ignore though, it's there obstructing your view rearwards. Distracting though that panorama is, the view forward is the one you need to concentrate on. Endless bonnet, corners thrapping past, curbs rattling the suspension, punch the power, punch the brakes, attack, attack, attack. It's all consuming, the Black Series. It starts with the engine. It doesn't throb and burble anymore, instead seeming to channel all that energy into forward motion. Still sounds spicy, but the noise is less playful now, harder, more monotone, more race car. And obviously you get pushed along pretty hard. The torque is more available here, less spiky in its delivery. AMG claims 590 pounds-foot is available everywhere between 2,000 and 6,000 revolutions per minute. In practice you need to keep it over 4,000, but from there the acceleration builds beautifully. The brakes, no quibbles about stopping power, but a little less travel down the footwell would help confidence, as would some more weight in the steering. Through medium speed turns it's too light to give you a proper sense of the forces the car is having to cope with. And there are a lot of forces involved here. The Michelin Cup 2R tires provide astonishing grip, and above 100 miles per hour you can feel the extra air pressure stabilizing the car in a straight line and into corners. The chassis is set up towards a little understeer initially, but it's easily managed and the limits are high. It pays to be patient with the throttle, let the car come further out of the corner so you can get to full throttle sooner. Quick changes of direction challenge it more, and if it does let go at the back, it goes quickly. It's best if you drive it as it wants to be driven, be calm and progressive. There's no slack in the system, so inputs are immediately responded to, and that gives you confidence. Body control is reassuringly solid, and damping of a quality that makes me think it'll actually be just fine on the road. There's something about this Black Series over and above other cars of this type, the GT2 RS, the 765 LT, that's more of an event. It could be something as simple as the fact you sit so far back and view the world through a letterbox slot, But the experience is very motorsport, very GT3. The point is it's race car fast, but you don't have to be a racer to have a great time in it. It looks crazy, recreates the racing experience better than pretty much anything else out there and flatters the driver. The cabin is perhaps the most intimidating thing about the AMG GT Black Series. You sit deep and low, and the controls on the center console are awkward to operate, mounted too far back for comfort when your arm movement is restricted by a carbon fiber bucket seat. No matter. Most of the switchgear is repeated on the steering wheel and the driving position is great. Weight has been lost from the doors with the adoption of a fabric door pull, but in essence others go further inside. The Black still has metal door handles in addition to the pulls. If you want to make it feel more race-ish, have the track package, more extensive titanium tube roll cage, fire extinguisher and harnesses. You still get a boot at the back, and it's still lined with carpet and it's still big enough to swallow decent amounts of kit. Even if that kit isn't race suits, boots and helmets. Rear visibility is obviously compromised, you find yourself trying to peer past roll cage and spoiler scaffolding, and we've already talked about the limitations of the narrow windscreen and long bonnet. AMG applies the Black Series treatment to the GT R. The most track-focused Black Series yet. This is a new kind of Black Series. Previous cars, up to and including the last, the SLS Black, were always more road cars than track cars. No longer. A much more determined machine, it's gained focus and energy, found a more defined role for itself and executed it with aplomb. At significantly over twice the price of the regular GT R, a comparison with that is pointless. It's friendlier than either at the limit, and does a better job of making its driver feel like a hero. Thanks for watching.